Hi once again. Look what the postman just delivered. No, it's not mine. It's one that was ordered for my mate, and he knows it's arrived. I've just sent him pictures over WhatsApp. I couldn't at first see any indication of names or anything on it. Now I've looked at it a bit better, I can tell you what it is. I'll try and take a picture of it. It may show up, but what I'll do, I'll read it out. It's 15, that's 15 candle power, CP, at, it looks like, I could see it early on, I can see it again. Oh, here we are. I have to get it in the right position. It's where it is there, so it might be showing up there, I don't know. But anyway, I'll read it out. It's 15 candle power, 150, I think it's 150 volts. Yeah, it's 150 volts, and I wish they'd do these etches better. And it's got a wattage on there. It could be 20. I'm sorry, it's not very clear at all. 20 watts, 150, 20 watts. It's very, very unclear. Osram, made in England, GEC Limited, patent. So that's what's on the side of the glass, which is the normal thing you'd find on one of these with this type of lamp, which is quite old. Now turn the other side round, and it was actually put up on YouTube as OPO, and I looked at it, I thought, no, it's never OPO. It's GPO, which stood for the General Post Office, and we've got our familiar broad arrow at the top, which meant it was government, and it was. The government owned the General Post Office, who ran the telephones. This was before the days of BT. Anyway, you can see a nice pip top and a nice arrangement of the squirrel cage type of filament. Now they call them squirrel cage or cage. I know you can buy them now, modern ones. I can show you one. Made very, very poorly. But these ones were well-made lamps. This one's got a screw base. And if you look at the base, it's a particularly nice shape as well. Look at the end of that. That tells you the age. So it's pretty old. Anyhow, as I say, my mate found it first, and I said, well, it's yours. Fortunately, it wasn't very expensive. We were both amazed, actually, at the price. Very amazed. So he saw it first, so I said, yeah, it's yours, mate. And this is how we do things. That way it saves us arguing. No, we do have the odd argument, Alex. Not to be unexpected, but anyhow we get on quite well, and always looking on eBay and various sites for these lamps. And to say, this is how we do it. If there's two lamps, then we have one each, but if there's one, it's the person that's seen it first. Well, in general, unless it's a particular interest, or I prefer filament lamps, but I've got some of these, or very similar to this, so we'll let him have it. Had it been a mercury vapour, it would have probably, well, he'd have had that as well, because I'm not, I've got some, but not too many. Anyhow, I'm chatting away. Let's show it a light. Now, I told you the voltage, so what I'm going to do is make sure, and this is important, always make sure the variac is at 0. I normally test it by sticking my finger in the thing. That just tells me that there's no juice on at all. Where there's no sense, there's no feeling, and this is how I get away with it. But please don't do it at home. What you see is not a good idea, because there's a chance that by doing that you won't just get voltage across your finger, but if one side's live, which it could be, and you're standing on a wet floor, not that I'm standing on a wet floor, but you never know, it will go right through your body. So try to, if not, I know I do naughty things at times. I think we all do. Anyhow, let me show you this lamp of light. That is it lit up with thing. You can see it's got the, I think I showed the broad, it's got a lovely pip on it, it really has. So let's have a little look at it alight. As I say, I sent a picture of it alight across to my mate, and he said, "Oh, that's nice alight." I said, "Yeah." Anyway, I don't know where he is. He's vanished again. He'll come back. I've said to him, I want to do a YouTube on it. He knows this anyhow. Anyway, let's light him up. Now, I'm not going to light it up on full brightness. These lamps are old, so treat with great care. I do, and squirrel cage lamps are no exception. I tend to not light a lot of my lamps up. They may be workers, but I tend not to light them. But anyhow, there's the lamp of light, and that's lit at about 70 volts, which as far as I'm concerned is quite adequate. And you can see the zigzag, it's a straight wire, tungsten of course. It's not one of the very early ones. While talking about the early ones, as I say, we look at the eBay from various countries, mainly here, and the German eBay. The German stuff, as I said before, is normally quite expensive. Well, they have on there, and I looked at it, I thought, blimey, look at that. A tantalum lamp. And that's where the filament's made of tantalum. It's very delicate. I looked at it, I thought, no, I'll get a close-up of that. Unfortunately, the filament looked as if it had gone. But even so, that'll fetch quite a bit of money. We're watching to see just what it goes for. The lamp before that, which I've never ever seen, used osmium. And while we're talking about osmium, this is where the name Osram originated from. Osmium, or OS, and wolfram, which is tungsten, for the ram. So you had your name Osram, derived from osmium and wolfram. Just a bit of added information. Anyhow, I think that's more or less all I've got to say on this. So, you know, a nice lamp we picked up, and it was beautifully packed. So if the sender happens to see this video, he'll be pleased to note that was beautifully packed. He did have a couple of other lamps, I believe, but unfortunately they went. You have to be very quick. But anyhow, that's what has happened, and we're very pleased. So thanks again for watching. Any comments please make, and I'll get back to you. Gently put it down. These things, as I say, do need a little bit of respect and gentle treatment. So thanks again for watching. Thank you, and I'm going to turn this off, and yep, I will catch you all later.